What up, peoples? Welcome back to another day with me. So, every time I laugh whenever I come up with something new on my intro. Peoples, welcome back. Guess what we're gonna have? A Thursday Tales. That's what. I hope that's what you guessed, because if you did, you were right. So for this tale, I want to tell you about how I prepped for a photo shoot that I had on the first week of February. So it was my first ever foodie photo shoot. That's what I'm calling them. That is what they are. That is what I have dubbed them since its birth. A foodie photo shoot is me capturing photos of food. So plated food, food in action, people actually biting into it, whatever. Whatever the client is requesting. So this client, she has her own food truck, her own food distribution service, and she actually caters for different like special events that either she's hosting or someone else is hosting. So her food is so good. Yes, I have been blessed to have had some of her food, not only to photograph it. So this being my first foodie photo shoot, I did my research. I went straight to YouTube, looked at other photographers, see how they set up their shots, what they went in looking for, what they actually got from it. And so after that, I went to the store. Wanted to get some stylized cutlery, if you will. I wasn't sure if the client herself was going to provide any of the cutlery, but I wanted the images to capture food that is about to be consumed, food that you want to consume. So with that, I wanted to bring in some plating, some setting atmosphere to it. So I already had some glassware that I wanted to bring, so I wanted to get the stylized cutlery. I wanted to get either like a matted material or just something other than the silverware that you're used to seeing or that's probably in your kitchen right now. So I wanted to get that. I wanted to get some cloth to kind of set up that, again, that notion that you're about to eat this food. So cloth napkins to kind of take it up a bit, elevate it just a touch, or not even elevate it, but for the atmosphere to match the actual food, the product. And so I brought the cutlery, also some herbs and some fruit, something to just kind of be a nice little prop for the actual food, and not to distract, but to just coincide well with. So I got that. I also went out to get a slab to put the plates on, versus just putting it like on the cold counter or the floor. Don't need to know that, but you can put it on the floor if the table space itself is not available, or if the lighting is just best there. But I wanted to put that plating on something else that's stylized, something that'll look like table, or just kind of pop well with the food itself. I already have my cloth that I wanted to use. I have my black backdrop and my white backdrop that I wanted to use as just to put on the bottom. But I also went out and got a little block to put the food on, because I don't always want to just do a over the head shot and it be that flat. I wanted to put the food up on a bit of an angle safely to actually capture some dimension in the plating, the different levels of it, the entree, the sides, the starch, what have you, just to give it a little dimension. You always want a little bit of dimension with the food photography. So I got that. I went out and got those items, and so excited to use those and to get started, and then it got postponed. So that was a bit of a hiccup, but that was only because of this photo shoot was happening in DC, and we booked it right around the time of the insurrection of the White House, of the Capitol building, and the shoot itself was going to be too close to the inauguration. She had already been booked for the inauguration, and so she had to prep for that. So had to reset the day, which was no big problem. I had already went out and got a lot of my prep work out of the way. So once I had the props that I wanted to go forward with, her consultant, Ataxia Management, set up a couple of creative consultation meetings between us, and we got to work on what she was looking for and what my creative eye was hoping to capture, and we got that set up and out of the way so that both of us knew what we were going to get as soon as I walked in with all my equipment. So the session was only booked for an hour, and there was a lot to get done in 1 hour. So prepping to make sure I knew once I got in there I was going to hit the ground running. So I did a couple of shots on my phone and on my other camera of the background footage of me getting it all together. So I'll play that for you so you can see. It's just, you know, a little snippet of how byLadyBug is at work. So take a look. This is only the first of many foodie shoots and product shoots that I want to start to do. I definitely want that to be a subsect, if not a bigger part of byLadyBug and the products that I offer. So I hope you had a great Thursday and an even better Friday. Bye.